Hey people, welcome to the first episode of the Credit Chiropractor. We've got your back. Today, we're going to be talking about some important stuff with regards to your credit health. So, Credit Chiropractor. Let's look at the Merriam-Webster definition of the word chiropractor first of all, right? A licensed healthcare professional who treats disorders such as back and neck pain, chiefly the musculoskeletal system, especially through the manual adjustment and manipulation of the spinal vertebrae to correct the nervous system dysfunction. Makes sense, right? Pretty clean English. Well, what's the visionary lending definition of the credit chiropractor? A licensed mortgage professional named Brandon who treats credit report disorders such as low FICO scores and collections, chiefly helping to vastly improve one's credit situation through expert advice, straightening out crooked scores, and forcing you to keep your appointments. So today's topic is preparing for home buying during COVID-19. We've been going through COVID-19 since early March of this year, which is 2020, and we're still in the mix of it. And I know that your families are still fighting and struggling, but you are strong, and we're going to make this happen. So if you are renting, if you're living with family, or whatever your situation is, and you want to purchase anytime within the next 30 to 90, even 120 days, follow the advice of the Credit Chiropractor, and we will get you straight. So number one, here we go. 3 basic to-do items, okay, to keep your credit score straight and healthy. Number one, you need a healthy mix of at least 2 to 3 credit cards. Okay, let me repeat that. You need a healthy mix of at least 2 to 3 credit cards. That is called revolving debt. Number one, keep low balances and do not pay them to zero each month. That is a myth. I actually talked about that on my podcast that I just did the other day. Okay, so what you want to do is this. Get a credit card. Use it for gas, go to the supermarket, use it for small things, sign up for auto pay. Sign up for auto pay, all right? This way you can make sure that you never pay it late. Do not pay it to zero each month. Why? When you pay it to zero each month, what happens is there's not really an indication of any activity on that card, so it will not help your credit score. I can promise you that. I just said this, use the credit cards regularly. What does that do when you use it regularly, when you exercise and you get that movement? Okay, it keeps the blood flowing, okay? It keeps the credit blood flowing. Your credit score doesn't get stagnant. And you're like wondering why my credit score hasn't gone up, or why is it going down? Because you don't have that healthy activity, you don't have that healthy blood flowing, so you really gotta do that. Credit cards show financial management, okay? The algorithms and the functions of Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion, they look at that and they weigh that in different ways to show how are you managing your debt, okay? So that will help to jumpstart your score. Okay, I can definitely tell you that for sure. We've helped many people here at the Credit Chiropractor office, right, to get their spine straight, to get their credit scores jumped up because they've added in a mix of, at least 2 to 3 credit cards. Credit cards are not evil. So let's have a quick discussion on that. Okay, I understand when people say, well, I don't want any credit cards because they have 30%, APR, which is annual percentage rate. And I understand that. But if you're trying to play the game and you're trying to get a good credit score, a strong credit score, okay, listen to what I'm telling you. Get a couple of credit cards. Do not run up the balances. Keep the balances low. Keep them active. Do not pay them late, okay? And that will definitely go in helping you to make strides to get your credit score higher. So let's look at something else. Number 2, it might be good to have a couple of 1 or 2 installment loans, which you may already have anyway. What do I mean by that? Student loans, car note, personal loan, maybe a mortgage, timeshare. Those are considered installment loans. Why? Because you're paying in installments. You have a set loan amount that you need to repay over a certain period of time, and you pay a certain amount each month in installments. That's not given as much weight as revolving debt, because revolving debt goes up and it goes down and it goes up and it goes down. So it's a much better financial indicator. But installment loans do help, but they're not going to get you that 700 score. I have not seen that in my experience, but it does help with the overall landscape, and it does help with the overall mix with your credit. Again, pay those items on time. And you don't want to run up a lot of installment loans, because when you have too much, it is very difficult for your credit to be flexible and to maneuver, because it's being weighed down by so much debt. So you want to keep it to a minimum for sure. Never, ever, ever pay anything 30 days late or more, okay? I've unfortunately seen so many clients, too many clients, that have just forgotten. They've lost bills, didn't come in the mail, okay? The dog ate it, the cat put it in their nip, something happened, they forgot, okay? And what happens is they've paid it late, and now they're disputing it. Oh, I didn't pay it late, or can they take it off? I can't tell you whether the creditor will take that off or not, but what I can tell you is this. If you pay something 30 days late, okay, your credit score is going to drop anywhere from 20 to 60 points. That's going to happen. You're going to see it, and it's going to make you very angry and frustrated. And that can really derail you quickly, okay, if you're looking to purchase a home. So what you want to do is put safeguards in place, okay? Be very disciplined, be very organized with your mail and with your bills, and when you take time to write checks or go online and pay them electronically, okay? But again, my advice to you would be to do auto pay if your budget allows for that, and that's not going to cause you a major financial hardship. Finally, I definitely encourage you to get a free consumer credit report. Why? Because it will give you, give you a pretty decent indication of where things stand. Okay, you want to know if there's any kind of ID theft, which we'll talk about in another video, going on. Is there something on there that's reporting incorrectly, some type of crazy collection, whatever. Sometimes the free credit reports will give a score, some don't, okay? But when you get the free credit reports, they are not counted as what's called hard pulls or hard inquiries, so they're not going to make your score go down. Okay, so that's another myth busted. But you want to be able to at least get a good look at where things are. Credit Karma, freecreditreport.com, Credit Sesame. A lot of people have those apps and they're taking advantage of those things. So that is a good thing. It gives you a good overall perspective on where things are. One final thing. When you are ready to come and purchase a home and you come into the office of the Credit Chiropractor, we tape here in Visionary Studios. We're going to pull a mortgage credit report, which is different, it's scored differently than a consumer credit report. It'll have probably maybe 95 to 100% of the same information, but if you look at your consumer report ahead of time, getting a mortgage credit report is not going to be a big surprise, because you already pretty much know where you stand, and we will help you to get in alignment so that you can properly position yourself and increase your probability of getting a low interest rate, purchasing your home, changing your life, being excited, so that you can do amazing things at the end of 2020 and going into 2021. So if you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below. Anything that the Credit Chiropractor can do for you, come visit us. Our office is here in Woodbridge. We got all the tools that you need so that you can be successful. Thank you for your time. Please keep safe with you and your family during the season.